Hello, in the video, we are going to see how to draw a pentagonal pyramid in perspective projection. Let me read the problem now. Draw the perspective view of a pentagonal pyramid of base side 20 mm and height of 40 mm. When it is resting on its base on ground plane GP with one of its sides parallel to and 20 mm behind PP. So they have said that a pentagonal pyramid is there of base side of 20 mm and height of 40 mm that is resting on its base on GP. So it is resting on its base completely on ground plane in such a way that one of the side of the pentagon is parallel at the same time that is 20 mm behind the picture plane PP. Then the station point is 45 mm in front of picture plane and 60 mm above the ground plane. The station point means the observer, where the observer is there. That is known as the station point. Observer, viewer, station point, eye point. So the data about the station point is that is 45 mm in front of the picture plane. At the same time, it is 60 mm above the ground plane. The observer is 20 mm left to the axis. So if there is a solid, we can draw the axis through the apex and center of the base, and the observer is standing just 20 mm left to the solid axis. Using the top view and end view they have meaning like a side view, right side view or left side view. We have to go with the end view to draw the perspective by visual ray method. So we know that in visual ray method there are two different approaches. One is by using top view and front view. The another one is top view and side view. The top view and front view, we have uploaded a video. You can check your playlist. We can draw the visual ray method by using top view and front view. But here we are going to draw the perspective view of pentagonal pyramid by using the top view and side view. That means end view. Okay. So from the problem, we need to observe three major points. The first one is the data about the station point. The station point or observer or viewer or eye point, whatever may be, the data is clearly mentioned that the point, yes, station point is 45 mm in front of picture plane and 60 mm just above the ground plane. And second thing is the reference. They should mention a point or a line of the solid which is related to the station point. So they have mentioned here the axis of the solid, that is the reference actually. The axis of the solid is 20 mm left to the station point. So axis is, observer is 20 mm left to the axis. So that means axis is 20 mm right of the station point. Let me say here, this is the axis point. The axis point is right side of the station point. So this is station point. The axis is right side. They have mentioned observer, that means station point only. That is observer. The observer is 20 mm left to the axis. Both are same. If they have mentioned axis is right of observer or the observer is left of axis, both are same only. We have to be careful how the statement is given. Here the statement is given, observer is 20 mm left to the axis. So this is the observer, this is the axis. The observer is left side of the axis. Okay. And third thing is resting condition. Here the base is resting in such a way that one of the base side is parallel and 20 mm behind the picture plane. Let me be careful. While drawing a pentagon, one of the side of pentagon should be parallel to PP. At the same time, that should be 20 mm away from it, behind to it. Okay. Okay. Let me start to draw. So first of all, what we are going to draw is, we are going to draw the ground plane and picture plane. So while drawing ground plane and picture plane, actually the ground plane will be the bottom and picture plane will be at the top. So here the top view portion will be there. Here the side view portion or front view portion will be there. The distance between the picture plane and the ground plane, the distance between picture plane and ground plane should be more than the reference of station point, summation of reference of station point, 60 plus 45, that is 105 mm. So the distance should be more than 105 mm. More than 105 mm. Clear? So what happening is, we are going to draw the ground plane and picture plane, the distance between and ground plane and picture plane should be more than the summation of the reference of the station point. The station point refers like 45 mm from PP, 60 mm from GP. So 45 mm from PP, 60 mm from GP. So there should be some gap. So the total distance between PP and GP should be more than the summation of 60 and 45, that is 105. It should be more than 105. Okay, clear? So now we are going to draw a picture plane and the ground plane. The distance should be more than the 105 mm. Let me draw the ground plane first. That should be clear horizontal line. This is a GP line. This is ground plane. And then next we are going to draw a picture plane. The picture plane should be more than 105. This is 100, 105, 111. Let me take 120. Let me take 120. It should be more than 105, either 106, 107, either 110, 120, 125. But the thing is, it should be more than that 105 mm. Let me draw the picture plane here. This one is picture plane. Okay. Now, the first data is the data about the station point. We have drawn GP and PP, and we can go with the data, the important data. First one is we have to mark the station point. The station point is 45 mm in front of PP and 60 mm above GP. So we have to mark the station point. And before marking station point, we have to say that where the diagram will be. So they have mentioned the observer is left of the axis. So here the observer and here is the axis. So observer is left side of the axis. So the entire diagram will be at the right side of the observer. So if you draw station point, the entire diagram will be right side of the station point. Clear? Okay, let me draw the station point here. 45 mm in front of picture plane and 60 mm above ground plane. So here is a station point. This one is the top view of the station point. Yes, this one is the another end view or front view of the station point. S dash. The distance between the picture plane and the ground plane on. You can draw the dimension line here. This one is 45 mm and this one is 60 mm. Now I have mentioned the station point, and after that next thing we are going to see. So we have marked the station point, the first data is over, and next thing is the reference. Where the reference is actually, the reference is the axis, which is right side of the station point, or the station point is left of the axis. So here, this is the station point, here right side 20 mm right side, 20 mm right side. Okay. Yeah, fine. So this is the 20 mm right side to the observer. So along the vertical line I have drawn, the axis point will be there. This is 20 mm. So what I have mentioned, a station point 45 mm and 60 mm from PP and GP, and then I need to mark the axis here. The axis is 20 mm right side of the observer, or the observer is 20 mm left of the axis point. Both are same only. Okay, be careful on that. So along the vertical line I have drawn, the axis point will be there. And after that, before marking the axis point, we have to check the resting condition. What about the resting condition? One of the side is parallel and 20 mm behind it. So we need to draw 20 mm behind PP, a horizontal line. Along the horizontal line only, the pentagonal edge will be there. This is 20 mm behind PP. This is 20 mm behind PP. So 20 mm right side of observer, the axis point will be there. So along the line, the axis point will be there, and 20 mm behind the BP, one of the base side will be there. One of the base side will be there. Now we can use the EG template to draw pentagon, or you can draw the pentagon manually by taking 108 degree each side. So let me take here a pentagon. Pentagon 20 mm. Yeah. So the center point will be along the vertical line, and 2 points of 20 mm. 2 points of 20 mm along the base horizontal line, and remaining points we can mark. Sorry, actually. Yeah. This is the center point, and this is the 20 mm point. 20 mm, 20 mm, 20 mm. Yeah, fine. I have marked all the 5 points of pentagon by using the template itself. Now I can thicken the edges or connect the corners. So all the 5 points and the center I have made by using the EG template. You can use your EG template, or you can draw manually by taking 108 degree in between the sides of the pentagon. Clear? And this is the center point. So here 20 mm behind I have made the base, and 20 mm right side of the station point I have made the axis. Clear? So based on the reference condition and resting condition only, we have drawn the base diagram. And then if it is a pyramid, we have to connect the apex point and the base corners. Those are slanting edges. Yes, I have corrected it. And now we can name it like this one is A, this one is B, this one is C, then D, E and O. Clear? So now the base, one of the base side is parallel, at the same time 20 mm behind BP, and the observer station point is 20 mm left to the axis. So clear, all the conditions are satisfied. So before completing or before starting to draw another view, we have to check that the basic conditions of station point and the reference point and the resting condition, all the three major data should be satisfied. Here all the data were satisfied. Now we can start to draw the entire thing, the side view. Okay, clear. And now we have drawn the top view, and next we are going to draw side view. So this is the PP, and we need to draw another picture plane. So here this is a station point, right? This is a station point 45 mm from picture plane. We have drawn one picture plane, that is 45 mm from station point. And then we need to draw another picture plane which is perpendicular. That should be also 45 mm from the station point. So here is a 45 mm. This is a point. This is the 45 mm point. The another PP line should be vertical. That also should be from station point for 45 mm. That also should be 45 mm distance. That also 45 mm. So the only thing is the station point is 45 mm away from the PP. So horizontal PP also should be 45 degree, and vertical PP also should be 45 degree. This is vertical PP. Vertical picture plane also should be 45 mm from the station point. If you made anything wrong in the placing picture plane, then the entire problem will be wrong. So don't do that mistake. The picture plane should be 45 mm from the station point, either horizontal picture plane or vertical picture plane. Both should be 45 mm from the station point. Yeah. And next we need to divide the second quadrant into two, because we are going to draw the side view. Okay. For side view, we need to draw or we need to divide the quadrant, second quadrant into 2. So we can take 45 degree and divide the quadrant into 2. We can take 45 degree. So for all the problem, it is 45 degree only. So the distance may be varying from problem to problem, but by dividing the quadrant into 2, we need to take always 45 degree. Yeah. And then what we are going to do is, we need to draw locus line from all the corners of pentagon. A horizontal line. We need to draw horizontal line from all the corners of the pentagon. Use very thin line. Don't make it so thick or dark. Just use very thin line. Yeah. And after drawing the locus lines, I need to draw the projector lines, vertical. Draw projector line. Very thin line you can use for those views. I have drawn the locus line towards left side. And then I have drawn the projector line towards downward direction. Yeah. After that, we can mark the points. So here there is a line from A comma B, and this is a line from C comma E. This is the line from D, and also we need to draw a line from O also. I have missed it. We need to draw the locus line and projector line from O also. So this line from apex O. Yeah, clear. And now after that we need to mark the point. So here at GP we need to mark all the base points. This is from AB, and this is from CE, and this is from D. And then what about the height of the solid? The height of the solid they have given us 40 mm. So 40 mm above the ground plane, we need to mark the apex point. So this is the apex point, which is 40 mm from the ground. From the ground. Now connect all the corners to the apex point. Connect all the corners to the apex point. Yeah. And then we have drawn the left side view. From left side, we can see B, C, D. So B, C, D are visible. E and A. Sorry. The all we are doing is left side view. From left side view, we can see D, C, B, and A, E are invisible. A is hidden by B, E is hidden by C. So A is hidden by B and E is hidden by C. So we have to mark the hidden points like that. So clear? That's it. So now we have drawn all those things. And after that, what we need to do is, we need to draw rays from all the points. Now we have completed the top view and we have completed the left side view. And after completing those things, what we are going to do is, we are going to draw rays from all the views to the station point. So from the top view, I need to draw the rays from A to S, E to S, then O to S, B to S, and C to S, then again D to S. So in front view, I have drawn rays from all the corner points to station point. And after that, in side view also, we need to draw the rays from all the corners to S dash. And to apex also. Yeah, clear. Now I have completed the rays from all the corners to the particular station point. So we can name it here. So this is the ray from A, this is the ray from E, this is the ray from O, this is the ray from D, this is the ray from B, this is the ray from C. And similarly, this is the ray from A comma B, and this is the ray from C comma E, this is the ray from D, this is the ray from. So what I have done? I have done rays from all the corners to the station point, and I have marked the intersecting point with PP, horizontal PP and vertical PP. This is vertical PP actually. I can make it slightly thicker than the usual. So this is vertical PP. So I have marked the intersecting points of rays with horizontal PP and also vertical PP. Now we are going to complete the perspective view. So this is the final stage of the diagram. So then I need to draw projectile line from all the intersecting points from A. So from A I have drawn, right? And similarly I need to draw from all the intersecting points. This one is from E and this one is from O. All should be perfectly 90 degree. This would be from D, this should be from B, and finally from C. Okay, I have drawn the vertical line. We can draw the unnecessary lines. We can erase the unnecessary lines. So the station point line is unnecessary, so I can erase it. And after that, one by one, we can draw locus line from the intersecting point of vertical picture plane. This is the horizontal line from O, and here is the line from O. Here is a line from O, here is a line from O. The intersecting point is O. So clear what I have done? I have done all the projectile line from the intersecting points of horizontal PP, and after completing all the projectile lines, let me draw one by one from vertical picture plane. First from O, I have drawn O. The vertical line from O, horizontal line from O. The intersecting point is O. And after that from D, a horizontal line. And here is the line from D. And here is a line from D. So this is point D. And after that, point from C comma E. There are 2 points along the horizontal lines. This is for D and this is for C comma E. So where is C is, here is point C and here is point E. So from the vertical line of E, from the vertical line of C, we can mark C comma E. That's it. And now the last horizontal line is from A comma B. A comma B. So this is A comma B, and here is the intersecting point for A, and here is the intersecting point for B. So now all the points were drawn, and after that the right extreme point is A, left extreme point is C. First connect right extreme point to left extreme, A to B and B to C. These lines should be thick. So what I have done, right extreme point is A, left extreme point is C, and we have to connect the line from A through B to C. Yeah, this should be thicker line. And remaining connecting points, A to E, then D to E, these lines are hidden lines. So after completing the diagram, you can realize, okay, these are the hidden lines. And after that, we have to connect all the base corners to the apex point. C thick, B thick, and A, and the D and E, that should be hidden lines. D and E, that should be hidden lines. Okay, this is the perspective view of a pentagonal pyramid by using the top view and side view method. The front portions AB, BC should be thick. So OA, OB, OC should be thick, and the behind sides DC, DE, AE, those are hidden edges. So OD and OE will be hidden slanting edge. Okay. Thank you.